hectic schedule over the last 2 weeks. After tonight, however, 2 games over 7 days as the Toronto Raptors open up with possession of the basketball. Raptors up. Here's Gary Trent Jr. with it. He did not play the last 2 games.
Well, if you watch the last game and you watch the pregame, you know the Raptors got pounded on the glass. Doing much better. This is going to be a good test for them. Keep moving the basketball. You're going to have great opportunities to score. And D up. You're talking about a team that can do a lot of different things, Matty. So it's important the Raptors assert them.
Now over to Birch. Thunder by 4. Sidestep. Trent Jr. shot doesn't go.
If it wasn't touched.
He's the youngest player in the NBA. He's the youngest player in the NBA. Turnover. Birch sends it now to Trent. Trent, pull up, short corner doesn't go, batted out. Paul Watson, and he steps out of bounds. Second game of a 4-game road trip. And Malachi Flynn, his jumper doesn't go. Trent Jr., the 3, got it.
There.
Boucher's got 15 of the Raptors' 21. And Dort has 16 of his team's 21. They must have a side bet. Myluk with the left hand. Here's Trent off the side of the backboard.
Come on.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they use them all, in the sense that you have an extremely young team here on the court. Pokusevski's pass is picked off by Trent. Trent driving, basically lays it up and in. On the court. Pokusevski's pass is picked off by Trent. Trent driving, basically lays it up and in. Great defense on the inside by the Raptors. Birch specifically, and Trent Jr. knocks down the 3 from Trenton.
It's the 3 from Trent Jr.
Well, he's that other guy who's getting it started for them. Yes. Trent Jr. tried to bounce the ball off the body.
Thanks to a 7-0 run, the latest, the 3 from Trent Jr.
Well, he's that other guy who's getting it started for them. Yes. Trent Jr. tried to bounce the ball off the body. See if the Thunder can score here. They do just that.
Big 7-footer, played for Canada in the NBA, another Montrealer.
How did you forget that?
I know. I'd say I played with Ron. How could I forget that? But the last time I forgot Joel Anthony, and I coached him.
Senior men's Canadian national basketball team at the age of 16. So from that time until this time, until this time,
so you're saying I'm old?
No, I'm just saying that you've had a lot of teammates. You've coached a lot of players. It happens.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. Well, I'll tell you, Matty, Wayne Embry, one of the great people in the game of basketball, and just an incredible human being. Social issues, what's happening with this Raptors team. Every time you sit down with him, it's an experience.
Trent with the 3. And the Raptors down by 4 here. Both teams able to get what they want here on this Sunday night. Trent Jr. looking for it. Here's a 3. And it doesn't go on the weak side. Up fake. Dort turns, fires. And that's his first miss from 3. And Trent using that left arm, getting some space.
It's exactly the same, right? You show up, play against high school guys, and this is what he's built like.
Trent Jr. gets to the bucket. Right, they found has worked better for him as Trent has it denied by Pokusevski. Ahead now.
3 out of the 4 buckets have been scoop layups. Trent, boy, that is a really hard shot. Stopping, fading, putting it up.
Get things rolling. He's got 10 in the quarter. He's got 20. And Pokusevski has it roll out. Trent working with Boucher. Hop step in the paint. Doesn't go. Batted up on the glass. Kick out, Kem Birch.
Because when he's on the floor.
First round pick by the Thunder. Shot doesn't go.
Thought he was fouled by Flynn. Thought he was fouled by Flynn.
Here's Gary Trent Jr. Step back three. And Birch with it.
Manny, when's the last time we had 4 days off in a week?
I think it was between the end of last bubble season and the start of this season. Flynn working with Birch. Dort got a piece of it. Here's Trent Jr. Lets it fly, and it's good. Front court sends it now to Melodone. Gets in the paint. Kick. Baisley.
Nice job by Flynn helping out on the glass right there.
Trent. Jump stop. Shot doesn't go. And Birch unable to come away with it with a couple of 7-footers around him. Remaining in the fourth. Second and final meeting between the Thunder and the Raptors. Trent with Dort right there. And a tough shot doesn't go. Batted out. 1:43 to go.
Good defense
Shot
again.
And 5 and a turnover.
Gary Trent Jr. stepping up at the defense.
Shot doesn't go. Roby with it.
Trent right up on Dort again.
And a foul on Trent. Shot clock down to 6. Trent Jr. drive and kick. Boucher. Bucket